I'm just going to back the trailer in.
Can you bring it as close to the house as you can?
Don't you mean our house?
Oh, yeah, our house. Our house. I like how that sounds. I don't like how that sounds.
Is this close enough?
Make sure you have RAA Home and Contents Insurance. All claims are handled here NSA. Get a quote today. RAA.
Keep on moving on.
Okay, good evening and welcome to the NPL SA round 15. It is week 22. It's the last round of the season here at the SA Athletics Stadium. Tonight's game sees the Adelaide Comets hosting Adelaide City. Round 15 of the NPL SA is proudly presented by Puma. Puma, official apparel of supplier for Football South Australia. RAA, enjoy the perks of RAA membership. Search RAA member benefits. Green Play Australia providing our stats, time clock and scoreboard updates. Today's match day commentary team is yours truly, Rob Pipicelli. With me today is a bit of a switcheroo we've done today, or tonight. It is Benny Dale commentating with me and also special comments, so very good afternoon to Benny Dale.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening, listeners, viewers.
Viewers, listeners, whatever we got. And Paul's on the cameras today, Paul Pellizzari, and we got the new producer in Bombardier. He's doing the producing. Jimbo is watching us at home. He's not too well, so let's hope Jimbo keeps well and be with us next week. But the big game today,
Huge game.
Benny Dale, it is Comets up against Adelaide City. Permutation is Comets win. They win the minor premiership. Adelaide City win, they go in the top six.
Yeah, that's
they can
it.
draw as well, possibly.
Yeah, well, that's true, depending on other results. But Adelaide City all to play for with top six spots up for grabs, and Comets would be loving to get that minor premiership, no doubt.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game here at the SA Athletics Stadium. Adelaide City up against Comets. Comets, they've had a fantastic season, haven't they, Benny Dale?
They sure have, yep. Second half of the season in particular.
So looking at the games, you've got the ladder and all that. And,
yes, yep. Do you want to go
Bomber,
through...
have you got last week's results as well? There you go, Benny.
Going through last week's results, yes, when we were at that game, Raiders 3, Adelaide Blue Eagles 1, and that ended Adelaide Blue Eagles season 2021 as far as being able to make the finals. Adelaide Olympic 4, Para Hills Knights 0. We already knew that Para Hills were pretty much relegated to State League 1.
Well, two teams down north relegated.
Yeah, a bit disappointing for the north, but you know, there's plenty to talk about in regards to football in the northern suburbs. Croydon Kings, the form team leading up to that, came a little bit unstuck against Campbelltown. Won't say at home, although Jack Smith Park has been their home for 2020 should I say, and don't want to get ahead of ourselves. And Cumberland, again, they were a form team leading into, looking to try to make the top six. I think mathematically, relying on some other results to still make the top six, but going down 4-0 to an in-form Adelaide Comets team. And from what I was told before the game, that was Adelaide Comets' best away performance for quite some time. Adelaide City 1, Metro Stars 2. And Modbury Jets with the nail in their coffin for season 2020, going down 2-0 to Adelaide United.
Okay, let's look at the games happening. Then we'll look at the table, Bomber. So we'll go through the games that are happening because there's some games that are very important for the top six and some games are important for the top three as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to go through them, Rob, or you want me to do that?
Yeah, you can go.
Yep. Okay, so we've got Raiders and all games being kicked off at 7 o'clock tonight, yep, which is fantastic. Raiders at home against Croydon. We saw Raiders last week, a really good performance. We know what they're capable of. Haven't seen it consistently throughout the season, but that's a big game.
In this type of soccer that we're playing, you got to peak at the right time. Just
yeah, that's
right
true.
for the finals.
That's true.
Raiders, do you feel from last week? Are peaking at the right time?
Well, they had a good performance from what I can gather the week before that, although the result wasn't favourable for them. But the performance, from what I've been told from their coaching team, was at a level that they would expect. And they took that into next last week.
And on the flip side, Croydon Kings aren't performing at the moment.
Well,
due to one player not in the team.
Yeah, well, that has a massive influence. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he couldn't stop scoring, could he? Dom Costanzo for a period there. But Croydon Kings, the reality is regardless of the result, they will finish fourth, looking at the ladder as it is right now. So not as much to play for. They can't go any higher up, and they've cemented their spot in the top 6.
So Raiders are in the top 6, and they'll be playing for elimination.
Correct, that's right. Yeah. So I mean, they can go 5th or 6th.
Yep.
The games
And
are gonna
Croydon
be the
Kings,
same.
can they go in the top 2?
No,
top
no,
2
they're
is a double chance, isn't it?
Their spot is what it is. They're 4th on 36 points. So even if they win tonight, they go on to
They'll be in
39. They
elimination.
can't go above Campbelltown. So Blue Eagles and
So
Metro
especially
Stars.
a no game, that one.
It pretty much. I mean, although, Raiders, they would like to sort of get some... Well, both teams really want to get some form, I guess, going into the finals, don't they? Blue Eagles and Metro Stars, on the other hand, Blue Eagles, as we saw last week, their season pretty much came to an end as far as finals aspirations, but Metro Stars have got it all to play for as well, because they've got an opportunity to get that minor premiership. Subject to tonight's result here.
They'll be missing Noel Bonada. He's gone to Newcastle to trial.
Is that right? At this time of the season
I
again?
got my mail the other day.
Yeah, actually, I did hear a whisper just before. I was a bit surprised. Has he performed consistently enough at this
I
level?
think he's a classy player.
Yeah,
I think
yep.
I think
And what about Welshie then as well? I mean,
Welshie should
I mean, he's
have
been to
playing.
Newcastle before, hasn't he? I
Yeah,
guess so.
yeah.
But with a change of coach, I guess imminent at Newcastle, it'll be interesting to see.
So that's
how
an
that
important
works.
game for Metro Stars. Blue
It
Eagles
is.
are out.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess thankfully for Metro, they do have a lot of strike power elsewhere within their squad. So it'll be interesting.
We'll look
to
at
see
the
how they sort of go.
Campbelltown Mobry. So Mobry are out. So Campbelltown, what have they got? The top 2, have they?
Well, they can still mathematically, depending on the other results, I guess, sneak in
Go
that
minor
top spot.
premiership.
I don't know exactly. I guess mathematically, yeah, probably, depending on how many goals they score. But all to play for, I guess. And it'll be interesting to see how Modbury shape up. Given they're already relegated, will they give some youngsters an opportunity tonight?
Yeah,
Or will
I
they
think
want to
it'll
try
be a
and
big
finish?
win to Campbelltown.
Yeah,
I think,
up at Steve Woodcock Sports
and,
Centre.
and Campbelltown, when it comes to finals, they seem to grow another leg.
Well, they've got
They've
the
won
big game
2 in a
players,
row,
haven't
haven't
they?
they?
Yeah,
So
the big
I think
game
watch
players.
out for Campbelltown in finals.
Yeah, I didn't see Marino listed in last week's squad. Don't know if he was.
He was
maybe
sent off the week before.
Oh, of course he was. Yes,
Just Blue
exactly.
Eagles.
Yep. Para Hills Knights and Cumberland.
Big game for Cumberland.
It is, all to play for again as well. I mean, they'll be hoping that Adelaide City don't get the result tonight and they can possibly sneak in there. And so, no doubt, they'll be looking to try to get a result tonight.
And you're hearing that Parahills are playing a lot of the youngsters.
Well, they've pretty much been doing that all season, really.
Yeah, true.
Since COVID, they lost a couple of players. I don't know whether it was due to remuneration or what the story was, but most of the time the young players didn't let them down, just fell short in a few games, didn't they, unfortunately, for Parahills.
LA United, an Olympic game, Benny. I think Olympics still got a sniff for the top 6, but looks like very doubtful.
It would have to be something quite significant for them to sneak in. They've got a nil goal difference, so there'd have to be something quite special.
So if Adelaide City lose and Cumberland lose, can they sneak in?
Yep, they could. Yep, they'd have to win 4-0 by looks of
It
it.
depends how much Adelaide City lose by.
Yeah.
Okay, looking at the big game tonight, Adelaide Comets and Adelaide City all to play for. It's a huge game. Adelaide Comets, I don't think they've ever been minor premiers in the NPL.
No, I don't believe so. They finished
Well, they
second
call it
last
the
year.
Premier's Plate nowadays, so it is a prestigious award for them to go top of the table, and Adelaide City need to win to go in the top 6.
Yep.
So looking at the table, Bomber.
There it is.
There we go, the permutations, as we said, Comets on top, so all they need is a draw enough, Benny?
Look, the goal difference is the same as Metro, so if Metro were to get, obviously for them to win tonight, we'll put them in a positive goal difference, so
right.
that would sneak in. So no, a draw won't be enough for them tonight.
Won't be enough, so it has to be a win.
Yeah. And I mean, look, they've represented South Australia at the highest level in the FFA Cup. Comets, they've had some pretty good success when you think about their short history in Federation football, but no doubt, I'm sure they'll be loving to finish on top of the table tonight.
So Campbelltown third on 40, Croydon Kings on 36, Raiders on 31. Adelaide City got all to do. They have to win because I think Cumberland will probably beat Parahills, hearing that they're going to be playing a lot of the youngsters down there. So it's a must win or a draw. Adelaide City, a draw would be enough.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Adelaide City just need the point to secure that spot because of their goal difference is far superior to Cumberland's. But Cumberland at Parahills, at the Paddocks, a night game. We saw Parahills beat Modbury quite convincingly at Parahills at the Paddocks the other week. So, don't be surprised if Parahills go out with a bit of a bang.
Especially when they've got Blocker Wilson playing for them down there. at Para Hills. They've always got a chance with that guy in the team.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so, Olympic got a little sniff, as we said before. If they win, the other two lose, depending on how much they win by and how much they lose by. Is Adelaide City?
They do a Stephen Bradbury, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. Blue Eagles got nothing to play for. Adelaide United, they're safe. Mowbray, as you said, and Para Hills are out into the State League 1. Mm-hmm. Looking at the games, the match sheet, the LA Comets lineup. I'll go through the LA Comets lineup. LA Comets is definitely the lineup is what you see on the screen, because Adelaide City, I'm hearing there could be some changes. But Adelaide Comets in goals, number 31, Daniel Vaughan. 5 is Adam Lecornu. 6 is Jack Bladden. 8 is Ryan Yates. 9 is Andreas Weens. 11, Jaden Lobasso. 14, Nathan Anianto. 16, Ninko Beric. 18 is Nathan Demu. 22, Alan Welsh is the captain, and he's leading in the top goal scorer
Golden
as
Boot,
well,
yeah.
in the Golden Boot. So if he can score a couple of goals, he could do well with that as well. And 23, Scott Nagel. On the bench for the LA Comets, number 4, Tom Dittmar. 7, Teti Yengi. 10, Anthony Mavro Lombardis. 77, Chris Christofilos. And the reserve goalkeeper is Julian Torres. So looking at the LA City lineup, Benny.
Yes, you've got Alexander Woodlands.
And there could be some changes.
Yeah, we did hear that. I mean, even we know that Pellegrino apparently fractured his foot, so he's not in the squad at all today, and there may have been some fitness tests prior to the game as well as part of the warm-up. So what we've got listed here is what we've got, and there could be some changes, as Rob mentioned. So Alexander Woodlands in goals. Number 4, Jordan Marisic. Number 5, Zach Waters. Number 8, Bradley Corbo. Number 9, Terence Carter. There was an injury cloud question mark his appearance before the game. Number 10, Evan Kostopoulos. Number 11, Nicholas Bucco. Number 14, Aladdin Irabona. Number 15, Jackson Stevens. And on the bench, we have number 7, Perry Mitras. 18, Awul Dute. 16, Mark Jones. 48.
Actually, it's 13. 13.
Is it 13? Is 48 Lachlan Barr?
Yes.
He's starting, is he? Or
starting, yeah.
Okay, right. And 23, Marcus Orchard is also starting. And the reserve goalkeeper
is Connor Penavanides.
There you go.
Penavanides.
I passed that over very nicely.
Well done there, Benny. And don't forget the officials for today. I think he's one of the best referees in the state so far. Senior referee Daniel Cook, alias Captain Cook. Referee's assistant is Liam Miller, and the other assistant is Ian Crosser. So the big game tonight here at the SA Athletic Stadium. It's Comets, Adelaide Comets. Can they get the minor premiership or the Premier's Plate? They need to win to get the Premier's Plate up against Adelaide City. Can Adelaide City win or draw will get them in the top 6?
Yeah, that's correct, but I think it's a big ask for them tonight. I think Comets, they play this pitch very well. We've seen that a number of occasions. It's quite tight, it's quite compact through the midfield, which allows Welshie, as we've seen, to sort of get forward and play almost like a 10-type role. So I think it'll be a big game, but yeah, we don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately, so we'll see what happens over the next 90 minutes.
At the end of the game, and or depending, I'm not sure what the NPL, the Federation, are going to be doing about the games next week. I'm pretty sure they'll let us know probably on Sunday or Monday what's happening with the games, either a Friday night, Saturday afternoon games is normally happening. Top 2 teams, they get a double chance, don't they? Yes. They play each other twice in a round robin sort of thing, home and away type.
Yep.
So, and the winner out of that in 2 legs goes straight in the grand final.
Yeah. We'll mention some head-to-heads very shortly, but can we just quickly mention that Panthers obviously getting a win today, 5-2, means automatic promotion for them from State League 1 to NPL. So
it's like a yo-yo,
straight back up. Yeah, so fantastic achievement
up and down
by
like
them.
a yo-yo.
Yep, JJ Wright out scoring goals for fun this year, so hopefully he gets a crack at the NPL next season because he's an absolute class act. A few other interesting results there. Looks like Playford and White City drew 1 all. That's enough for both teams to finish in the top 6 and have a crack at promotion. Strikers beating Seaford 4-1. I'm looking at the live ladder as we did before. Not sure how accurate that is because the Bacala game wasn't updated, but it would appear that Strikers have got an opportunity in that top 6 as well. So they've got a good squad on paper.
There's one progress. Sturt Lions,
Fulham saying
2-1
up against Sturt. Interesting last couple of games for Sturt, but they're
what's
again,
that live ladder there?
So they're sitting second there, and West Adelaide third, White City fourth, Playford fifth, and the ladder that we've got at the moment is showing Western Strikers in that sixth position, although Adelaide Hills are playing Bacalla. We led to believe Bacalla were 4-1 up, which would mean that Adelaide Hills have just missed out on the top six after having such a great run of form in the lead-up. They've won their last 5 games. But on that, Rob, do we want to talk about head-to-head with Comets, or the last 6 games? Comets' last 6 games, they won away from home last week 4-0 against Cumberland. They beat Olympic 2-0. We're at that game at home here. They beat Modbury Jets 4-1 at SA Athletic Stadium. They lost uncharacteristically to Croydon Kings at the time away from home 3-1. They beat Raiders before that 4-0. Campbelltown, they lost 3-2, and they lost to Adelaide United here back on the 12th of September 4-0.
That's the only big defeat they have had here. I think most of them they've won quite convincingly. So
they have.
They should be favourites of winning tonight's game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Adelaide City. So their last game last week, they lost at home to Metro Stars 2-1. They beat Blue Eagles 1-0. They beat Cumberland United away from home 4-2. They lost to Olympic away 2-1. We were at that game.
Yep.
They drew with Modbury Jets 1-1. They lost to Croydon Kings 3-2. And they're back on the 12th of September, they drew with Adelaide Raiders 1-1. So
bit up and down, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look, they've won 2 out of their last 7 games, and I know that Paul's really good in regards to looking at those sort of stats. Comets, on the other hand, have won 4 of their last 7 games. 3 of their last 3.
Yeah, teams still aren't not out at the moment, so kickoff was supposed to be at 7 o'clock, so we've got a bit of time maybe to kill, but just looking at the teams. Yeah, head-to-head. Go for that
so
one.
Head-to-heads, I mean, this season already, Comets beat Adelaide City 2-1. They also beat Adelaide City 2-1 round about this time last year, which secured their top 2 spot for 2019. The year before that, they beat Adelaide City 5-0. But before that, it was a bit one-sided for Adelaide City. Adelaide City had beaten them 2-1. It was a 2-2 draw. Comets 2-1, should I say, and then it was 1-1. So actually, I'm quite wrong there, Rob. I must say, it looks like over the last 6 games head-to-head. Here we go. Oh, goodness me. Oh, we've got more stats. Paul is the stats man. We've got matches played.
Just
okay, overall,
this,
19 games they've played. And so Comets have won 10 of those 19 games. There's been 1 draw, and Comets have lost 8 of those 19 games. Goals for, it's interesting, even though they've won 2 more games than they've lost in those head-to-heads, they've actually only scored 33 goals and had 39 against. So be interesting. I know you mention this every week with Rob, and you almost have an argument about it. How far back do you go, and what does it mean in regards to tonight's game?
It means nothing, tonight's game. It means nothing at all to me, but... Yeah, you can look at their form, you can look at anything, but tonight's game is an important game for both teams.
Yep.
Adelaide Comets need to just simply win, and they'll get the minor premiership, the Premier's plate.
Yep.
And Adelaide City need to win or draw to stay in the top 6. That's as simple as that.
And up until losing last week 2-1 to Metro,
they weren't too bad.
They had the same type of form as Comets on paper as well. So leading into the game, more wins than losses. So what will they take out of that? We're about to find out in a couple of minutes' time.
Yeah, the other thing to note, which is interesting for next season, how many teams are going to have new coaches, in your opinion?
Well, Barney will be at Comets.
Yep.
I'd imagine Robbie's at Metro.
Yep.
They've done enough this year.
Campbelltown,
as a caretaker, has done a fantastic job, hasn't he?
I think he'll keep that job.
Corey Artoni helping him out there, and Les Pogliacomi as well, which is fantastic. I'd imagine Ange would... Ange's not at Croydon?
No. Travis Dodd, I heard, is coaching Croydon next year.
Okay. Well, Ange had enough, or moving on to
No, I
Adelaide
think
United.
he's following with his son at Adelaide United, so I think he wants to concentrate with that.
Nicky
My
Kuzman.
mail's got Travis Dodd's got the job down there.
Okay. Well, that'll be great for Travis.
Kuzman, I think, might be safe there. Adelaide City, we don't know.
No, that's true. It might depend on what happens tonight, to be honest. If they're not playing finals football, there might be some questions. Youngie's done a great job, really, at Cumberland, and he's been down there for quite a while. Olympic, George GT.
He's gone.
What?
He's leaving.
Okay.
I think that's the other mail I got.
I'm out of this conversation. I used to be the person that people were talking about, so I know how that feels.
I think, yeah.
That'd be disappointing, because I think George
I'm not sure he's going to go there, but
if that was
the other one, Blue Eagle, I still think they'll change their coach.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Yeah.
Adelaide United, Pesos is leaving.
Wow, you're all over it, aren't you?
Yep. He's not there anymore.
You've got more mail than Australia Post.
And Modbury, I think we all know.
Modbury, they're in the process of
getting
finding
a coach.
And
you heard Theo's got the job next season.
At Para Hills, yeah, no doubt.
So it looks like it'll be 4 or 5 changes in coaching.
Yeah, wow.
Big.
That could be the first time for a while there's been that many coaches changed at this level.
Yeah, I think so. So Bennett and Croydon have done it. Ange's done a great job at Croydon.
Absolutely.
And my mail is that he wants to follow his son in the Adelaide United. I think he might be doing something with Adelaide United. Not 100% sure. My mail's got Travis Dodd's got the job.
Wow. There you
My
have it.
mail. Okay.
Conditions are nice tonight, Rob.
Yep. Teams are on the pitch. Was there any changes, Benny? We don't know. Looks like
Terence
Carter's on
is out
there.
there. Yeah.
So it looks okay. Number 15 for Adelaide City, Jackson Stevens getting a drink. So could be the lineup looks like what we showed on screen there.
The pitch,
Up against Comets.
the pitch felt a bit slippery underfoot when I was out there, but the conditions are almost absolutely perfect, don't they, tonight for football?
Who are you going for?
I have to go with Comets, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Comets here at SA Athletic Stadium. Only lost once. They got beaten quite well. Adelaide
It
United
was a
4-0.
convincing, yeah.
4-0.
But it was one of those days.
But I think that they haven't changed their squad for 3 or 4 weeks.
I mean,
They'll win comfortably.
I mean, we had Ditmar was playing at the back with Lecornu a couple of weeks ago, and they look quite solid. But young Dimu has been doing a fantastic job since he's been
got a
in.
great squad, the Adelaide Comets, but Adelaide City, player for player, it's not a bad squad as well, isn't it?
On paper, it's an absolutely
On paper.
fantastic squad. Yeah.
So play just about to start here at the SA Athletic Stadium. The big game. Don't forget today's NPL SA brought to you by Puma. Great pair of shoes that I'm wearing. It's Puma.
And jacket.
If you want to believe that. And the jacket. It is Puma. That's right. So the kickoff underway. Comets with the ball. Quickly goes to Captain Welsh. He's on that left side of the park. Could they score early? Chance for Barrage. Oh, almost into the back of the net. Almost a goal after 30 seconds. Actually, 20 seconds for Comets. And it's a corner kick, Benny.
It sure is, and that would have been exactly what Adelaide City didn't want if that had gone in.
So a corner kick for the Comets. They swing it in. That was Anianto. And it's gone over the sideline. It will be a throw-in. So to be taken here by Lord Buster. He's had a great season,
He
hasn't
sure
he?
has. Consistent, yep. Playing
Anianto.
out of what would be a normal position for him. He's slotted in really well to that right back role.
Anianto with a long throw, looking for Welsh. He's the Golden Boot leader at the moment. Getting it in, still a chance. Weens is there. They're going all out attack at the moment. I think it was Damu that had the ball. He's got the ball again. Toe pokes it to Berich. Weens was there. They do clear it. As far as on the far side, that's Scotty Nagel. So Comets go into attack. Right-hand side over the sideline for a throw-in.
Nice to see they're getting the crowd down towards close to the pitch. Hopefully that adds a bit of atmosphere for the players tonight in such a big game.
So a throw-in.
A little bit out of character, that ball across the pitch from Yates, out of play, but chance to regroup.
Zach Waters trying to find Carter. Cleared. Weens. Berich. Gee, it's hit the back of a player. Player's gone down too. And referee Cook. It's hit the top of his head, I think, Benny.
Jordan Marisic.
Should be okay. It was only a ball, wasn't it? He's all right.
Almost unrecognisable with his haircut. Jordan.
They've got coloured hair. Adelaide City players, you see there?
Yeah.
Stevens. Marisic. Even Zach Waters, they all got coloured hair.
Zach's always had an interesting haircut, hasn't he? He's a good solid performer as well this season.
Yeah, former Adelaide United youth player.
Yeah.
Always plays well. So it'll be Alexander Woodlands receiving the ball just outside his own penalty box. Comets up against Adelaide City. They go into attack. They'll let it go over the sideline for a goal kick.
Not that there's much wind advantage there, but I think the short passing game is definitely the way to have any success on this pitch tonight. The long ball game is not going to work for me.
Keep you up to date with the score updates as well, and the live ladder will keep you up to date with that. Some very important games, the Metro Stars game up against Blue Eagles, a big game at the Martin Sports Complex, as Comets are just pushing it around at the moment. Goes to Demu. Goes right-hand side of the park looking for Berich. Goes over the sideline. Throw into Labasso. Comets with the ball. They go down the line in the way of the Adelaide City defence. Once again a throw in to Labasso. You look for support. Berich is there. He's got the ball at his feet and just couldn't quite keep it in. It's out for a goal kick. So goal kick to Adelaide City. Round 15. Last round of the season. It's unbelievable. It's been a crazy season.
Yeah.
Finals next week. I'm sure the Football South Australia will keep you up to date when the games are being played next week. Normally a Friday night, Saturday night or Saturday afternoon games. Woodlands for
I
Adelaide
forgot to
City.
mention before as well, Rob Cobra's getting automatic promotion from State League 2 to State League 1. A fantastic achievement by all the guys down there.
Who's coaching down there?
John Felidis.
Leaders, well done.
He's done a fantastic job.
So Terence Carter got his head to it looking for Kostopoulos. Booker was there. Waters, up in the air it goes. Walsh wins it up in the air. Left side of the park, goes over the sideline. There'll be a throw in, Labasso.
Got quite a bit of aerial dominance in there with Welsh and Wines, haven't they?
They're a big team, aren't they? As they go in the back line's Irabona. Corbo, Carter, couldn't quite get there. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Adelaide City just a bit wary at the moment, aren't they? Just trying to get their game going. There's a throw-in is taken here by Waters. Just pushing it around at the moment.
They really read each other well, don't they, through that midfield? The combination play between Bladden and Berich. Fantastic.
Labasso, Bladden, looking for support. Goes down the line. Corbo was there, wins it. Labasso, he's been a great play for them, hasn't he? Yeah. As it goes, a chance. Welsh has got it. He's going to get some sort of a shot in the end. Still, it's Comets!
Offside.
Goal!
Offside.
Offside flag is up, though. That was Anianto, I think. Saw his name in lights. See the replay, Bomber?
Berich mishit it, didn't he, and came across. He was in offside position when it was hit.
You just see the replay. And yep.
Didn't
Definitely
stop Demi Panner in the background there from celebrating, though.
Up in air it goes. They're looking quite dominant, though, aren't they, Comets?
I think once that midfield settles, it's very hard to get on top of that midfield, and that'll be a real key to them winning the game tonight.
They had an update 1-0 in the app there straight away, but they've cut it out straight away. So Adelaide City in the centre of the ground, Boko was there. Also Kostopoulos. Left side of the park goes to Carter. And it's skewed off his foot. Speaking to Kostopoulos before the game, it'll be swan song.
Really?
Yeah, he said he's going to retire.
Okay. Well, I mean, he looks like he's up for it tonight, so that probably play a part in that. Although
so it could be his last game, it could be next week his last game.
Well, that's true.
Depending on the results.
It'll be interesting to see how young Dimu goes against Carter with the experience he's got up front. Really can't hesitate and let the ball bounce like that.
There's a couple of interesting results so far, but the throw-in's taken. Chance for Comets. Weens is there. Pushes it back. They're trying. It's a worm burner. Welsh is there. Coming away though, Stevens. Looks for Carter. Wasn't sure he was going to be playing tonight. Got the fitness test. He's pulled up okay. Corbo goes out to Carter. And that's gone over the sideline for the corner kick. You want to go for the score updates?
Yeah, well, the scores that we're seeing at the moment, Raiders 1, Croydon 0, and Campbelltown 0, Modbury 1.
That's thanks to Green Play Australia. So some interesting results. We thought Raiders would do the job on Croydon, but
that's about getting some form, isn't it, leading into the finals, because neither team should really move on the ladder based on that result. But Campbelltown, on the other hand, at home, have a chance to potentially snag that minor premiership.
So corner kick for Adelaide City. They swing it in. It's Booker, I reckon it was. It was. Goes back to him. Controls it one way, then the other. Tries to get the cross. That's not a bad-looking cross. The keeper had to do well. That's Daniel Vaughan. That was a great cross there by Booker. Still Adelaide City with it. It's a chance there by, was that Orchard? Actually, it was someone else there for Adelaide City.
Jackson Stevens?
Stevens.
Better say Pierce Stevens, his brother.
Yeah.
For Adelaide Victory.
And that's gone wide of the upright for a goal kick. So good chance for Adelaide City. A couple of good chances. So it'll be Vaughan to take this goal kick.
Nice to see Booker getting some good early touches too. It's important for Adelaide City.
Left side of the park it goes. Big game here. SA Athletic Stadium, Adelaide Comets against Adelaide City. Don't forget today's NPL SA is brought to you by Puma. Centre of the ground it is at the moment. They go into attack. No one there though. Should go back harmlessly to Woodlands. He was a former keeper for Comets, wasn't he?
Woodlands, sure was. Yep.
Or was the reserve keeper?
He's had big raps on him for a number of years as a young lad coming through. I remember him playing first team at Olympic when he was a young lad. Doesn't look like he's grown that much since then though, does he, from here?
Big kick over the halfway line it goes. Chested down there by Bladden. Weens goes up, also Marisic, left side of the park. Comets go into attack, and Antor, keeper. Woodlands does well, gets a free kick in the end.
He did very well, Woodlands.
I reckon it was Scott Nagle with the cross there.
Yeah, it was. It's a decent ball in.
On his haunches at the moment is Anianto.
Yep.
So getting some treatment, looking at these score updates. So we saw Modbury still leading 1-0, 14 minutes played there against Campbelltown. Raiders leading 1-0 against Croydon. Adelaide United Olympic, it's 0-0. Blue Eagles and Metro Stars, it's 0-0. And Parry Hills and Cumberland, it's 0-0. Some big games. Cumberland must win. Adelaide City draw or win will get them in the top 6. And Olympic have got a bit of a sniff as well if they win and rely on other results and win well. So
yeah, that's right. If Olympic can get potentially a 3 or 4-0 result tonight, and Adelaide City lose and Cumberland lose, they could do the Stephen Bradbury. I've already said I know that that joke might wear thin throughout the night, but that little bit of a carrot being dangled there for them as the results are right now. Having said that, the result as it is would be enough for Adelaide City.
That's correct. Mianta doesn't look too good, Benny.
No, it was a bit of an awkward sort of collision, wasn't it? Both players had eyes for the ball, which all credit to both of them.
They've got some massive players on the bench, haven't they? Tommy Dittmar, Teti Yengi, Mavro Lombardos. I rate that.
Yeah, I like Mavro Lombardos.
I rate him too.
Yeah. Comets Junior as well, which is good for them.
Filos and Torres on too. So kick-off on the way. So Anianta's getting treatment off the field behind the goals.
Not that we can see Christophilus warming up, but I would have imagined he would have been a straight swap for Eniatu if he is injured, if he can't continue on.
Carter has got the ball,
Offside.
and there's an offside flag. He's been in goal-scoring form, hasn't he, Carter? He's scored a few goals, but he does take their penalties.
Yeah, probably not as many as I think the people at Adelaide City would have hoped for, but as we've alluded to a number of times watching games, we've seen players, it's not necessarily been their lack of form, it's been more the delivery, the service to those strikers throughout the season. And chances few and far between.
Welshie would go probably favourite to win the Sergio medal this season. Scoring 17 goals as well.
Yeah.
As a Comets, trying Wayne's cleared here by Stevens, and if he does win, he wins his 3rd medal as well.
Yeah, it's a fantastic achievement. Still a young lad too. I mean, you'd like to hope that, that the A-League window hasn't been closed for him, but when you're hearing other people getting opportunities and he still isn't, then maybe it's not going to happen.
He had a sniff, didn't he? He played A-League somewhere.
Yeah, he was at Newcastle Jets for a while there, but they were going through a bit of a transition themselves with different coaches. I think Stubbins may have been there at the time.
Oh yeah.
Or Van Egmond, and as you know, when a caretaker coach comes in, they probably go with someone they know more about than try on a unknown. So
Woodlands will take this a free kick. We played just on 14.5 minutes, and Paul, you realise I haven't pushed your button for your clock.
Normally you're pushing his buttons all the time.
Yeah, Paul's good at that. But we've got it live on the clock here, on the board. 14.5 minutes played. Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard, it is 0-0. Comets against Adelaide City. All games on at 7 o'clock. There's a throw-in is taken. It's a bit of a lull at the moment, isn't it? There's not much happening. There's Adelaide City with the ball. Zach Waters gets it in, looking for Carter. Carter heads it out. That was Lachlan Barr getting it in as well. Comets under pressure. Bladden trying to clear it. It goes over the sideline. It'll be a throw-in.
Adelaide City definitely looked to me, from when we saw them the other week, have a little bit more energy about them. We've got a lot more to play for tonight than previous weeks, although, leaving it to the last game of the season makes it tough, but at least they're up for it. You can see they're buzzing.
Up in the air it goes from Stevens. In the back lines, LeCornu, left side of the park. It's Scotty Nagel pushing it around at the moment. Yates. Left side of the park, goes back to Nagel. Bladden was there.
That's nice.
Back to Nagel, cut back there. And the Hunter was there, and it's gone over the sideline. It will be a throw-in to Comets. They quickly take it, goes to Yates. Yates with a cross. No, goes back to Yates. Come off a play. Yeah, 2 dibs at it.
The idea was right. It just that final pass.
Booker goes inboard. Christopoulos. Corbo was there too, but it's come unstuck. Goes to Bladden. Lobasso, right-hand side of the park. Berich goes back to Lobasso. Chance for the Comets. Trying to get it in. Weens is there. Bladden. Cleared here by Adelaide City. Only as far as Damu. Yates to Bladden. To LeCornu. So Comets pushing it around. Nagel's there. Looks for support. Anianto. So back to Nagel it goes. So Comets are playing kippies off at the moment.
They're actually doing quite well to get into those wide areas because the pitch is so narrow. It's very difficult. And all that you need is an opposition team to block up that middle. It makes it very difficult to get through.
Weens. Berich. He's been good. Lobasso's had the ball a bit and they've won themselves a corner kick. You're keeping the stats,
That's their second corner of the match.
Well done.
I was a little bit distracted at times, but I'm hoping I've got everything under control here.
That's all right. I used to do stats. I think I got sacked after the first week.
Got promoted.
They were my prediction stats. Yeah, you got promoted. So it is Anianto. Swings it in, left-footed, looking for Welsh. Headed out, only as far as Nagel. Nagel goes one way, then the other, goes down the line. Looking for that line, looking for the cross. It's not a bad looking cross. No one there to tap it in. Anianto, Comets. Offside flag is up though. Or was it over the...
It's interesting. It took a while to make that decision, the assistant referee. I was surprised. It looked as if it was play on for a minute there, but then put up his flag for the corner, which will be their 3rd of the half.
Thanks to Green Play Australia's stats. So Anianto again.
They're quite square in the box, aren't they?
Yeah. Big tall timber, Welsh. Straight in the arms of the keeper in Woodlands.
It's an interesting tactic they've got with the corner, with the aerial prowess they've got for Comets. You'd imagine they just structure themselves slightly different in those corners because it's a massive advantage to them.
So it's Stevens. In the back line it is at the moment. That is Marisic. Bukal. Looking for support. Goes in board. Chance for the play there in Orchard. And that's gone out for a corner kick.
And that's their second corner of the half. See what they can do with this one.
On the Facebook page, Paolo Montaglioni. Hi boys, watching from Sydney. There you go, Paolo. All the way from Sydney.
There you go.
So Bukal, right-footed in swinger. Marisic has gone up. He's a tall timber. Can he find him? He's find the back ahead. Chance for Adelaide City. Back post Stevens. And almost got there and out for a goal kick.
Both teams not really taking advantage of their set pieces at this stage. So again, when you think about it, Adelaide City with Lockie Barr, Terence Carter and Marisic going forward, they've got quite a lot of height to aim for as well in that box.
Still the scoreboard update. Still the score is the same. Mobridge still leading 1-0 against Campbelltown. Raiders 1-0 against Croydon. All the other scores, Olympic and Adelaide United, Bluewiggles Metro Stars and Parramatta Cumberland all 0-0, including our game here. It is 0-0. Comets up against Adelaide City here at the SA Athletic Stadium. NPL SA brought to you by Puma. Match of the round. All games are 7 o'clock. Wonder why all games are 7 o'clock.
Not final round, maybe for those who like to bet on games, perhaps there is some advantage to not playing at the same time. I don't know, when there's dead rubbers, who knows?
So they go out, Berich.
I think it's a great idea,
yep,
walking off at the same time in the final round.
They have to, don't they? Because, you know, then there could be one game.
Well, that's right.
I mean, dead rubber, as you say, as they go into attack.
Exactly. I mean, if Comets were to win and then Campbelltown,
yeah,
got
it's a
nothing
no
to play
game.
for.
That's
Yeah.
right. So Lobasso goes out. Bladden. Come unstuck though. Waters goes to Bukal. Adelaide City. Oh, he's seen him off the line. Oh, well done.
Worth an effort.
Well done, Bukal. Just a little bit high. He would have got him.
I don't know about you, Rob, but I've got that down as the first actual proper shot on target.
I think you're right. I reckon you're right. As they go into attack for Adelaide City, or you're saying for both?
For both.
For both.
That was a reasonable ball as well, actually. He did well to keep that in, Welshie. I think everyone else had given up on it.
There's the replay, Benny. Just didn't
Still
quite
a
go
little
over.
bit short, didn't it?
Yep. Had the right idea, didn't quite execute it.
So to me, that's almost a free kick there in the
Foul after disposal.
Yeah.
As it goes out to Weens. Good to see Weens in the starting lineup. Struggled at first. As it goes to Comets, pushing it around. Looking for Lobasso.
Nice
right-hand side. See this lad playing A-League in the future. As Lobasso gets to the line. Tries to cut it back. Still, it's Comets. Anianto. Goes back to Lobasso. To Bladden. Been busy. And that's gone over the sideline for a throw-in. As we've got an updated score there, Benny. Campbelltown have equalised.
1-1.
1-1 with Mobridge Jets. So Zach, go for a shot there. Cheeky shot. Woodlands was awake. And he'll relieve the pressure for the Adelaide City. Throws it out to Stevens.
The games I've seen, Woodlands has actually had quite a good season, actually, this year. He's been a young keeper coming through, gaining experience, and as you know, as a young keeper, you can sometimes make the odd mistake here or there, but I think he's had a pretty good season.
So it's on the far side at the moment. Comets with the ball. And still at Adelaide City. Inboard they go, and cut out there by Vaughan. Daniel Vaughan.
He hasn't missed a beat since he's come back in, has he?
He's done okay. Good dummy there by Berich. In the way is Marisic, Carter, Terence Carter. Gets brought down and goes into attack, but it's into the arms of Woodlands. Where did Carter start his career? Did he start at Comets?
When he first came out here, he did.
I reckon
was
it was
at Comets.
Comets.
Yeah, then he went to Raiders, didn't he?
Mm.
And then I believe he was overseas for a short spell.
Yep, correct. As he goes down, that wouldn't have done well if he's slightly injured. As Lecornu wins it. Goes to Scotty Nagel. That was Yates, Welsh.
I'd love to see what a consistent Terence Carter could bring to the competition, because since that first season he burst onto the scene, he hasn't really replicated
Raiders,
that.
not
He was
bad.
all right at Raiders. He was scoring the odd goal here and there, and you know, again, was it down to the team that he was in at the time?
Yep.
Not sure, but there's no doubt of his quality.
As they go into attack, looking for Welsh again. Looks for support, does well. Waters, handball, yeah. Not happy with it.
We talk about accidental, but his arm was away from his body, wasn't it? So, not sure he gave the referee much choice there.
See the replay there. So, Captain Cook is having a chat.
Bomber doing a great job as executive producer tonight, isn't he?
He's there.
Hands all over the buttons.
I wouldn't have a clue what happens there. I think I'm only good for one thing. Rocking up. So it is Yates. He'll chip it up. Big tall timbers. Welsh again. Cleared here by Corbo. Up in the air though, only as far as Yates. Welsh. Funny looking pass. Corbo working hard. Weens. Shot. Wide of the upright. There's been a few shots, but off target, haven't they?
Well, they've had one off target each, both teams. And that was a decent ball in by Yates. He just, I think it was at Lockie Barr, got his head to it, or Stevens. Defended that really well, Adelaide City, because they had to. It was a decent ball in.
Lachlan Barr playing midfield doesn't suit him. I don't. To me, he's always been a stopper. But
yeah. And I think if you are going to play him in that role, it has to be almost like a deep holding midfielder.
Yeah.
But on this pitch, I'm not sure how effective that is.
So Adelaide City trying to go into attack. It's in the defence. I think Lecornu was there. It'll be a throw in.
A little bit of afters, not much in it.
Bit of a push on Carter.
Yates, he went down miles too easy. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was off balance.
So Vaughan looks like might take this free kick outside his own box on the left side of the park. We'll go put it into attack. Looking for support. Maybe it's the crowd atmosphere. I don't know, it's just something's missing in this game for some reason. I don't know, it could be me. There's a little bustle.
Well, certainly a goal either way will put some spark into the game, that's for sure. Either way.
Goes out to Damu, to Lecornu, to Nagel. Good to see him fit and playing. Had a bit of trouble last season. And this season, beginning of the season as well.
Yeah, had the ankle.
Yep.
Solid
Damu.
performer.
Back to Nagel. Nice pass by Damu. He's kept his spot, hasn't he, Damu, in this lineup?
Yeah.
Taking Ditmar's spot. On the far side, it is a throw in. Comets to take it. Vince Tripodi. G'day, Benny, mate.
Benny.
You know,
used to play with Vince at Para Hills. He was a good player for Adelaide City too in the day.
Watching this game as well. So big hello.
Online.
Yeah.
So,
he's in Belgium.
Yep.
Big hello to Vince. As Comets go into attack, right hand side. Labasso Berich. Loses out though. Irabona. There's in a lot of the play. Goes to Waters. It's hit Berich. That could bounce.
Oh, gee.
Awkward.
I'm not sure that's a free kick. I mean, he was
Off.
told to go for it, and when it's
100%.
bouncing that high,
Keepers are protected species.
it was always going to be a challenge. Oh yeah, okay, it's a little bit late.
Bit of a foul.
Yeah, but you as a coach, you'd be disappointed if you didn't go for that.
Yeah, 100%.
Just looking then when Adelaide City won that ball, their transition into their attacking third just isn't fast enough because Carter was there in a 3v1 situation and he'd have to produce a minor miracle.
So it goes down, cleared here by Yates. Only as far as Stevens. Yates again pumps it up. Over the sideline it goes. For a throw in. Waters. Goes out. Lobassa was there again over the sideline.
I like the fact that they want to get the ball moving quick. They just need to find that balance, I think, sometimes, Comets, in that midfield area. Sort of just a little bit more composure, a bit more patience.
29 and a half minutes played in the first half. Replay Australia time clock. Replay Australia scoreboard. It is still 0-0 as Berich
We like to
has
see him
got
run
it.
like that.
Weeds. Oh, that was a funny looking cross. Skewed off his foot, Benny. Over the
It's a
crossbar.
nice look when Berich has got the ball running at goal like that. The end product just a little bit disappointing.
They started off in the first 30 seconds, almost scoring. So it'll be a goal kick.
Well, at the moment, 0-0 is a reasonable result for both teams, I would expect. Looks like Raiders have gone 2-0 up against Croydon. I'm not sure if we've mentioned that.
Gee, Croydon's, as soon as Dominic Costanzo has left that club, they've just capitulated, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you got Munro and you got Trimboli there. They've got goals amongst them, but no one's really stepped up and taken that.
I don't mind Raiders. I reckon they've got an X factor.
Yeah. Well, the way they played last week in particular, Joey Costa and Webb definitely combining really well,
they've
aren't
got
they?
some X factors, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out for them as they go into attack. Adelaide City, Lobasso. Police it over the sideline, wins himself the throw in. Goes short to Bladden, back to Lobasso. Bladden again, playing keepies off. Pushing it backwards to Damu. Vaughan. Goes left side. He picks it up again. He'll go short to Damu. Big, tall youngster. Gets it out to Berich. Clever head, trying to find Weeds. Well read, though, by
Marisic.
And over the sideline it goes. Waters will take this throw in. Down the line, in the way, Damu.
Damu just grows in confidence, doesn't he?
Berich. He's going to be some player, isn't he?
Yep. It's like anything, a young player, you're going to have those little bit of nerves early in the game, especially when you're playing against a prolific goal scorer like Carter, but he seems to just be growing in confidence throughout the game.
Lobasso to Berich. Up in the air it goes from Corbo. Bladden wins it. Only as far as, I think it was Buckle. Up went Marisic, Weens, Waters. Weens wins it. Goes to Berich. Berich trying to get past. Well done, Marisic winning the ball, but the referee is sending something. Quickly comes and steps in case something was happening.
I was about to say, there hasn't been a lot of fouls throughout the game, really.
No, that's what I'm saying. Something's not happening. I don't know.
It's good to see
Something's
Daniel
missing in
Cook
this
letting
game.
them go, because there was a couple of things in the lead up to that previously may have been picked up in other games, but to let that game go, unless it's anything malicious or overly obvious, it's nice to see the game just play a little bit more freely.
Well, Vince Tripoti's asking you, hey Benny, why are Adelaide City so low on the table? Where are they? Why aren't they not strong enough?
Well, they're a very different Adelaide City than what we've seen in previous years.
In the years, yes.
You know, there's been some off-field dramas and stuff like that they've had to deal with. But if they can finish in the finals, they've got enough on paper to give it a challenge. And hopefully the club can...
They lack a bit of depth, I think.
They do.
Players on the bench aren't strong enough, in my views.
Well, you've got Mitras, who's a class act.
Perry Mitras.
I think, you know, when he was playing, looked to me to be
he's
playing
not
out of position.
Not in form at the moment.
But he's a class act.
So it'll be Adelaide City with a throw in. The black and whites never write them off. They can always produce something as they get the cut back, or try the cross actually. Walters again. Looks for Bokor.
He's done well.
Bokor. Charges it in. It's in. Carter, I think, got it into the... Was that Iraborna? That's Carter.
That's Carter. Well
Carter
done by
gets a goal. Adelaide City are leading 1-0. And they've got 1 foot in the top 6.
They do. And a really, really well played
Well,
by
they are
Bukko
in the top
box
6
there.
to keep it in the top 6.
Yes, that's right.
Came out of nothing, didn't they? And great work there by, looking at the replay, by Bokor.
Bukko, outstanding.
Got it to Carter. And Carter, it was a flick.
Great goal.
Behind his great flick, and Carter scoring the goal. Adelaide City 1-0 up. That's what it needed, a goal to liven up this game. That was in the 35th minute mark by Terence Carter.
That's it.
He's got a few goals this season. Going to check out our goals. So Adelaide City 1-0 up. Looking at the other scores, Metro Stars are leading 1-0. So Benny, the live ladder, has you Metro Stars on top. Comets second, Campbelltown third. Just with those 2 results at the moment, Metro Stars are leading at the moment 1-0 against Blue Eagles.
That must have only just happened. I didn't see that.
Adelaide
I was
City
surprised by that
leading
live ladder.
1-0 against Comets, puts Metro Stars on top of the table and with the minor premiership or premier's play.
Sets it up for an interesting, very interesting second half if it stays as this scoreline at half time.
And it'll stay the same, wouldn't it? Even if it's a draw, Metros will still stay top.
Yes, they will actually, because the goal difference is up there.
So Adelaide City leading 1-0. Michael Matriciani. Both coaches on their feet, urging their team. Wings.
That's
Welsh.
nice.
He goes, and it still doesn't go in. Should have gone in somehow. Berich goes down. It's still Comets. It's a penalty.
What? Oh, I'm not sure about that from what I was seeing.
It's a penalty.
Wow. Gee.
Berich went down. Referee on the spot.
I was just about to say that is the type of defending that Adelaide City are going to need to secure that spot in the finals. But let's have a look at the replay.
Replay as Berich gets it. Yeah, late tackle.
Yes. Yeah.
That was on.
Well, did he get the ball? Because the ball's over there. It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
that's the only angle we've got.
Dangerous play, yep, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And, look at the tackle. You don't go in like that.
What can you do as a defender, though? You just stand there and let him shoot?
Oh,
no, yeah, you're right.
You
Sorry, it
can't
came
go
off the other. Yeah, it came off Irabona.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, it's a penalty. It's a couple of people in front of us. No controversy about it. But.
No, well, Waters definitely didn't get any contact on the ball, did he?
Yeah,
and
the way you go in, you don't go in like that.
When you do go in like that,
if you do get the ball, the momentum's going to get you the play as well.
Decision to make. All this nice playing coming through here, Rob.
Wow.
It's all happening.
Paul can get the plane. There we go. Bombers on the spot.
Cathay Pacific. Haven't seen one of them for a while.
Great to see.
As long as they do their quarantine.
Well done, boys. Cathay, I like the way.
Very nice.
Well done, boys.
He's a good cameraman, isn't he, Paul?
Oh, yeah.
Does all right.
He's good at some things. Cameraman is good.
Just getting back to that, I mean, the contact was obviously bad enough for Berich. He doesn't look overly comfortable. He's up now, which is great, but it's never good to see.
Oh, especially finals coming up.
No.
I don't know how it didn't go in the back of the net in the first place.
Oh, yeah, agreed. I mean, Adelaide City again.
It was a scramble.
They defended that quite well, to be fair, but...
So Welsh to take a further lead in the Golden Boot. He's got 17 goals so far this year.
It's a great effort, isn't it?
But they need 2 to go top. Early in the game, though. So Welsh, as Berich limps off. Welsh, Captain Welsh, can he make it 1-1? Goes to the spot and puts it in the back of the net. 1-1. He tussles with the keeper and goes to his fans. We're still in it. It's 1-1 here at the SA Athletic Stadium. Looking at the replay, Benny.
Yeah, nicely taken.
He does take their penalty, so most of those goals are penalty takers.
Yeah, I mean, from a lot
goals.
of the goals I've seen throughout the season, I'm not sure what's happening here, Rob. There seems to be something going on. Oh, they're making the change. Yeti coming on.
So Berich is off?
Berich.
No, Anianto.
Oh, Anianto. Yeah, because I was going to say, because Berich is still going through his paces over on the side at the back there.
Yeah, he's got a back problem. So Anianto is off.
Is that maybe from the collision with the goalkeeper earlier in
Yep.
the game?
He hasn't been the same since. So Tete Yengi gets an early call-up just before half-time. So Damu. The goal's certainly woken up the Comets, and they quickly went into attack, and they don't know how to go back to that, but they ended up getting the penalty to make it 1-1. Adelaide City going into attack. Cut out.
Well,
Welsh.
to play for both teams, Rob. It's interesting you mentioned, because with Campbelltown, Campbelltown Metro being
yep.
1-0 up, the draw isn't enough for Comets to get that minor premiership. So going to need to find another goal, and with Yangi being on there now, he'll add a little bit more excitement to that left-hand side.
Another tall timber, isn't he? There's some tall timbers in this
He's got
lineup.
speed to burn too, hasn't he?
I wonder who's taller, Damu or Yengi? I reckon Damu.
We'll have to get the D-pan onto it. He'll have all those stats.
As it goes out, it's Lachlan Barr playing in the defensive role at the moment, and he pushes up as Yengi gets it, wins it again. It's been a scrappy game tonight in my eyes, but goes out. Welsh. Gee, he works hard. Great ball too. And something's happened there. No, he gets a free kick. So free kick to Comets. Benny, we're going down the boundary. See if we can get someone for half time. So Comets with the free kick. I think it's Yates. We'll take this free kick. He'll chip it up. Yengi's there. Weens. Damu got pulled back. Gee, that would have been interesting. It could have been a penalty. I saw a shirt pull there. See if Bombers picked that one up. We'll pick it up in a minute. I reckon that could have been a penalty. As it goes out. Berich. Bladden. Cleared here by Marisic, only as far as the keeper. Left side of the park, Comets. Left side, even further left over the sideline. Not sure if you got it, and I think the referee's going to Nah. He had his hand there, but didn't do nothing. I think Bomber is a yellow card to. Who's a yellow card to? It's not. I think it's the assistant coach, Con Antonio. I reckon got it. Seeing that replay, he had his hand there, but didn't think he tugged on his shirt. As it goes in, Adelaide City trying to clear it. They're under the pump. Good work there by Yates. He's got it. Goes short to Bladden. Right hand side of the park it is at the moment. I've got you on air too, Benny, if you want to have a chat as well. Oh, hang on. Got the wrong one. Benny.
I was about to say, I can't hear myself in the headphones.
Now I got you. I got the music one.
Uh-huh.
So I got you though. In there goes a chance for Comets. Nagel. Who got that yellow card, Benny?
Well, I thought it was Barney, to be honest. But
Is Con sitting at the end?
between the two of them, toss a coin.
So it's Comets with the ball. Berridge loses out. Goes to Lecornu, left side of the park to Nagel. Comets. 1-1 at the moment. They're in second spot at the moment. Actually make that they're in top spot because the Blue Eagles have equalised, Benny. It's 1-1 Metro Stars and Blue Eagles. So Comets in the live ladder go back to the top of the table. So the throw in. Lobasso, long throw. Weens was there. Bladden gets it back in. Lobasso. Goes out to Berridge. Back to Lobasso. That goes
Just
over
on
the
that
sideline.
live ladder, Rob. I mean, obviously I'm down here
Yep.
at pitch side at the moment, but is that right? I thought that Metro was still. I thought the draw wasn't enough for.
No, they had to. No, they're both drawing now.
Oh, I didn't know the
So
latest.
Blue Eagles have equalised.
Right. Okay, well there you have it.
So yeah, Comets go back. So back to where it was before. So that's on the live ladder. So Comets top, Metro Stars second, Campbelltown third. As it goes Adelaide City. And the draw's enough for Adelaide City to stay in the top six as well, Benny. In the live ladder, they are sixth spot. So throw in. We're approaching 1 minute of time on. As it goes out to Book or back to Walters. Only as far as Lecornu. Ends up with Weeds, and in the way it's Stevens. Gee, they look dangerous, Benny, when they go
They
forward.
sure do. It's not really a strength of Weens, they're running the ball like that. So it's nice to see a change of pace by him.
Goes out. Berridge chipping it. Ooh. So this will be the last kick of the first half. Approaching almost 2 minutes. So Woodland's a keeper. Jim Manning watching with us as well. Hope you're feeling well, mate. Get well and come back soon as it goes in the centre of the ground. Adelaide City, still time being played. Ends up with Orchard. And ball back to Orchard it goes in a 1-2. Chance, chips it. Looking for Carter. And a free kick will go to Comets.
So a point enough for both teams at the moment, Rob?
Yes. Depending on the other results.
Yeah, the results as they are right now.
Yeah. As they stand, both teams are happy. Still time being played. Woodlands clears it. Centre of the ground it is at the moment. Adelaide City working hard is Booker. He's been okay.
I thought there was enough in that, to be honest.
Nothing in it. Booker
No,
not
I
happy.
thought there was enough in it to
enough
be a
in it?
foul. Yeah. Maybe played it a little bit.
Goes down. Referee's going to call half-time now. It's unusual to see 3 minutes of time on being played. Captain Cook stamping his authority in this game. It's Daniel Cook, the referee. Don't know where he's got 4 minutes though. Benny, was there?
Well, there was the injury early on, wasn't there, with the
yes.
goalkeeper clash, Naniato. So
And
perhaps
Berich
that's
injury
yeah.
as well. Yep. Barney Smith not happy, having a chat with the referee's assistant. Oh yeah. Con Antonio with the hat.
He got the yellow, did he, before?
Yep.
Right. I did think that Barney was probably still a little bit too lively, considering that.
They go into attack Adelaide City. Still time being played. Now it's finally
Got to love his passion.
half
though.
time. 4.5 minutes of time on in that first half. And Adelaide City, Metro and Comets go in 1-1. Ding-dong battle, both teams. Adelaide City scoring early, scoring in the 35th minute through Terence Carter. 3 or 4 minutes later, in the 39th minute, Alan Welsh gets the penalty to make it 1-1. So, fair result in the first half. 1-1, Benny. Let's see if we can get someone for a quick chat.
Nicky?
Over to you, mate.
Reasonably.
Clear cut fucking penalty. Oh, sorry. That's clear cut.
Yeah,
How
I
can you
couldn't
put
see
the
it
body
from-
in between the defender and the ball, get nudged in the back and not give it?
Yeah, I couldn't see it from my angle. I did say it looked like there was enough in it. But look, the draw as it is right now is enough to keep in the top
What's the
six.
Cumberland score, if you don't mind?
I believe they. Oh, I have to check, but
That's all right,
you're still sitting in the top six at the moment. So if the result stays as they are, great build-up play to the goal with Terence Carter. I thought it was fantastic seeing your contribution there, and you've been really busy tonight. So how are you feeling? Feeling
Yeah, I
good?
feel good, man. Just trying to stay in it.
Yep.
I think it's... Steve, relax. Yeah, we've come with a game plan. We're executing well. I don't know if it was a penalty or not. It's, a lot of we're showing commitment, commitment by blocking the shots. But well, we're just going to keep going.
Look, I agree. The defensive work, I mentioned that to Rob during the game, that the defensive work in the lead up to that was really good, and that's exactly what was needed to keep that clean sheet. Sadly, there was contact in the box by Waters when he came through, but all to play for in the second half.
Just hope we can cling on and even pinch a winner when they push forward and just keep the game plan. We're nullifying them from set pieces, their strengths, we know it, and pitch is actually really good. If only it was a bit bigger, we
Exactly. All right, good luck.
Thanks, man.
Okay, thanks, Benny.
Bit of action down here.
I'll tell you what is going on?
Sure.
It's all for young and old, isn't it, Benny?
It sure is.
Anyhow, there's a bit of trouble on the sideline there. We'll take a bit of a break, boys, and we'll see a couple of highlights at half-time, but we'll come back after half-time. The half-time score, it's Adelaide Comets 1, Adelaide City 1. I'll go through the scores half-time at other grounds. Blue Eagles and Metro, it's 1-1. Parry Hills and Cumberland, it's 0-0. Adelaide United and Adelaide Olympic, it's 0-0. Raiders 2, leading Croydon 0, and Campbelltown 1, Modbury Jets 1. So the live ladder has you at the moment, Benny, at half-time at all grounds. Comets on top, they go 44 points. Metro's on 42, Campbelltown on 41, Croydon Kings on 36, Raiders on 34, Adelaide City in the top 6 on 31, as it is at the moment. So we'll take a break and be back after half-time.
Our house. I like how that sounds. I don't like how that sounds.
Is this close enough?
Make sure you have RAA Home and Contents Insurance. Get a quote today. RAA.
Keep on moving on.
There's
Our house. I like how that sounds. I don't like how that sounds.
Is this close enough?
Make sure you have RAA Home and Contents Insurance. Get a quote today. RAA.
Keep on moving on.
Okay, we're back here at the SA Athletic Stadium repeating the halftime scores. It's Adelaide Comets 1, Adelaide City 1. Gee, Benny, you had all the fun on the
There was a
boundary
bit
there.
of fun down there, wasn't there?
Oh,
at
what's
half-time?
going on?
It's, yeah, unfortunately, didn't have the finger on the censor button.
We had to bleep
That's
book
live
a couple of
football
times.
for you. Yeah. It was interesting looking at the replay there, Rob, of that challenge that Bucco did question about a penalty. I couldn't see from the corner if he was in the box, but he certainly was in the box. Was there enough contact? I don't know. It was a big call to make just
was a
before
push
half
off,
time.
wasn't it? Yeah.
So, but, you've seen them given, you've seen them not given.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And at the moment, as we've said, the score is enough for both teams to keep hold of their positions on the ladder.
All depends on the other results.
Exactly.
That's right.
A lot
So
to play for in this second half. 45
moment,
minutes.
It's Blue Eagles on 1, Metro Stars 1. That score line keeps Comets on top. Adelaide City 6. Raiders are leading 2-0 against Croydon Kings. Campbelltown 1-1 with Modbury Jets. So really those two, Campbelltown, for them to win the minor premiership or the Premier's plate, is they have to rely on Metro and Comets to lose, don't they?
Correct, that's right. And we mentioned before the game and as part of the early stages of the game that both Cobras and Panthers getting automatic promotion again. So for anyone who's watching who hasn't been able to see those results, Cobras finishing top of State League 2, automatic promotion. Congratulations to everyone down there, and South Adelaide Panthers.
A few
back
of
in
their
the NPL
players,
next year.
Campbelltown players playing down there.
Yeah, there's bit of a mixed bag of down at
Orphanoos,
Cobras.
they've
some
come
great
from
players.
Metro, the Orphanoos.
Yep.
Little Johnny Corbo been scoring a few goals.
Yeah,
former Campbelltown
I'm
player.
not sure of all of them, but they've come from a different
Yeah.
mixture of background there. But they've done well to bring them all together, because it is hard to get players and bring them together and play a certain style. And Johnny Felitis and Paul Sotirio and Simon Panay down at Cobras, fantastic effort. It's been a long time in work in progress for the boys down there. And they've got a fantastic new venue facility being built.
Yeah,
at
actually
Cobras
saw that
as well.
on Facebook. Yeah. Fantastic.
And
So
congratulations to South Adelaide Panthers and everyone down there as well on promotion back to the NPL for season 2021.
It's been a tough season for all teams. Modbury Vista got 6 points taken away from them,
and then
didn't
they still could have snatched that top spot, but
Eastern United couldn't win a game.
Yeah, and then they drew with Pontian today, which meant that they gave up that top spot too. So yes, so now it'll be interesting for the finals for both leagues to get that second promotion spot. But this is where it's at, the NPL, right here at SA Athletic Stadium.
Well, the finals, Friday night is the NPL Grand Final. I think.
Right.
Is that the 27th of November?
I'm not sure off the top of my head, to be honest.
Anyhow, that weekend, Saturday is the state, 27th, thanks Paul. The 28th is a State League 1 Grand Final.
Right.
And 29th is a State League 2 Grand Final.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Over 3 days?
Over 3 days.
So, and we've been made aware that Cooper Stadium is the venue for the
Yes,
NPL Grand
yes,
Final, but
NPL.
State League 1 and State League 2, Velo?
At Velo,
Right,
correct.
okay.
Correct. And we will be broadcasting those games. The boys that do the Women's Grand Final, they'll be commentating those games.
Oh, really?
Oh, hasn't it?
Are we doing the NPL, or we're not? We're getting.
Oh, hasn't
are
been
we?
signed off on.
I was gonna say.
We're presumably doing it. The birdie told me.
Right.
Federation are looking at doing it
Okay.
through us.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, that'd be
anyhow
nice.
on
We've
that.
been doing it all season.
So well, we're definitely doing the grand final of the NPL.
All right. Okay. Yep.
The other two games we're looking at, possibly doing it. Both teams are out on the park. They certainly went in at half-time, Benny.
Yes. Well, hopefully they've all had a chance
bit
to catch their
upset.
breath at half time and come out, compose themselves. As we said, as the results are right now, that it's enough for both teams to get what they want out of tonight's game. But 45 minutes is a lot to play for in all the other games that have been kicked off at the same time. So, all to play for.
So Adelaide City just warming up in the middle of the park there. You think they'd be warm enough for now?
And it looks like they're making a change. Maverick Lombardos coming on. I'm guessing that might be Beric is off by the looks of it. I can't see him out there. He got a yellow card just before half time, didn't he, young Beric? And he did take the knock as well for the penalty.
Yes. So, yep, Blue Eagles and Metro Stars, it's 1-1 down there. So, both Adelaide City and the Comets are okay with those results. If these results stay there as is, Comets will go top of the table, or stay on top of the table, win the Premier's Plate, win a premiership, and Adelaide City stay in the top 6. What are they waiting for? No referees.
No, they're doing something to the net over there.
Oh, okay. Refixing the net, putting tape around it.
It's interesting because the Para Hills Cumberland game sort of sneaking under the radar a bit because you know, a late minute goal for Cumberland could put them in the mix. Although the goal difference is significantly less than Adelaide City, so Adelaide City would need to lose for Cumberland to go in. But right now, as we've mentioned a few times, both teams keeping their spot on the ladder as it is right now.
Don't forget today's match. Round 15 proudly brought to you by Puma. Not forgetting also
looks like we're ready
finals
to go.
happening next week in the NPL. Presumably be a Friday night, Saturday afternoon or Saturday night games. As Adelaide City take the kickoff, Lachlan Barr sends it into attack only as far as keeper Daniel Vaughan. So there was one change, Mavro Lombardis on for Beric. Got that knock. Yengi's got it on that far side. Robusso ended up with Lecornu from Damu. Back to Damu it goes. Looking for a player, Bladden. Gets in control, Yengi gets a cut back, Weens. Tried a first timer, still it's Comets. Keeper saved it, did well. Shot from Weens. And picked up by Woodlands. We'll see that replay.
It was a crowded box, so he did well, didn't he? Probably obstructed his view.
Yeah, saved it well, keeper. So, still 1-1 here. It's a Athletic Stadium, home ground of Comets. Last round of the home and away. That far side it is at the moment. Adelaide City trying to get to the ball, pushing it around. Over the sideline it goes. Centre of the ground, Adelaide City up towards Lecornu. He'll get it into attack, right-hand side, looking for Weens. Goes to Yengi, looking for Captain Welsh. Adelaide City clear it through Waters, only as far as Yates. Nagel. Goes in board, goes short to Weens. Ooh. Tussled both players, and referee Daniel Cook adjudicates. Free kick to Adelaide City. So Stevens gets up.
We'll have to go and see his dad for some physio during the week. That was a pretty hefty knock, that one. Didn't look very comfortable.
Is he a physio, is that?
Dean Stevens, yeah. Also, I believe he's a physio for the Joeys, under-17 Australian team too. Fantastic physio. Nice person.
Down south?
I'm not sure, actually. I've never been to him. Don't do enough activity to go and need a physio these days.
That's true. There he goes, holding the microphone. Doesn't hurt your back too much.
Nah, just a sore elbow sometimes. Tennis elbow.
Yeah, as it goes to Carter. It's a free kick actually to Comets. The Cornu. They go into attack. Left side of the park. Over the sideline it goes. It will be a throw-in. No urgency at the moment, isn't there?
No, it's a bit flat. Most teams just settling in the second half.
Itabona looking for Carter. Demu clears it. Back into the same spot. Once again a throw into Adelaide City. No urgency by anyone. No one's in a hurry to take it. As long as the scoreline stays as is, everyone's happy. Could change in the blink of an eye. As it goes that
Christopoulos has been quiet.
Yep. Corbo. Marisic into an attack. They go. Not a bad ball to Orchard. One way then the other. Well done, Lobasso.
Need something special to get past him down there at the moment.
So it goes left side of the park. Got a comment by Vince Tripodi. I'll tell you in a minute. I can tell you anyhow. He says the physio from Comets looks all right too.
Oh, gee.
They do a great job, the physios. As it goes out. Adelaide City clear it.
Good write-up on Maverick Lombardos in the match program. I didn't read it all in detail, but it's a fantastic little program they put together here, isn't it?
They do.
Nicely professionally put.
Over the sideline it goes on the far side. Adelaide City with a throw in. 50 minutes played. Or 5 minutes into the second half. Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard. It's 1-1. Adelaide City took the lead in the 35th minute. Welsh through Terence Carter, and Welsh equalising in the 39th through a penalty. Demu for Comets. Goes short. Yates, yep. Lecornu. Nagel. Back to Lecornu it goes. So Comets into attack. And into the arms of the keeper in Woodlands. Can they go one better this year, Comets?
Yeah, I think
made the grand final last year.
Yeah.
Had a horror grand final, wasn't it? Campbelltown was just too good.
Yeah, they were big game players, obviously, Campbelltown. And as we know, when it comes to the finals, you know, and Raiders at the moment, looking like a bit of a team in form. So they'll be certainly wanting to have an impact on that top six.
Headed out. Comets with the ball. Yengi looks for support. They go into attack. Adelaide City trying to clear it. Boko.
He's in amongst it tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's played well. He's toughed it out. Yengi goes down. Should be a free kick. Daniel Cook on the spot. It's going to be a yellow card. Who'd that go to?
Zach Waters.
Zach Waters. Is that the first yellow card, Penny?
No, Berich got one in the first half, and so did Con Antonio.
Con Antonio, he's not on the list.
It's a nice grab by Woodland.
So Woodland grabs
He's had a
it.
good night tonight. Wasn't much he could do about the penalty, but solid performance so far from Woodland.
So it goes into attack. Carter looking for support.
Let it go.
Goes out. Stoplis was asking for it. Didn't get it from Booker. Comets come away with it. Nagel. Well done, Weens.
Nice.
Well, not a good pass though. Well read there by Waters. Looking for Carter, but in the way it's Demu. An old head on young shoulders, isn't he?
Yeah, just probably one part of his game there. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of it, but I just saw it then. Just the remonstration with the referee. Just need to stay focused. He's doing a good job on Carter, so just keep doing your job.
So throw in by Adelaide City. Still those score lines are exactly the same. Oh, there's a chance.
Good save.
Saved there by the keeper.
Christopoulos, nice effort.
Adelaide City. Ball came to Christopoulos. Tried the first time. It was a clever shot. Keeper wouldn't have seen that to the end, wouldn't he?
No, it was late.
He wouldn't have seen that. And
I'm not sure a lot of people expected him to do that. No. So, yeah, and the execution was quite good. And good save by Vaughan. First corner of the half.
So Orchard to take this left-footed in-swinger. So it goes in, cleared here. It's on the far side at the moment.
Bucco's kept it in, done well.
Adelaide City going into attack. It's cleared though. Right side. Bladden. That was Labusso actually.
Welsh has got the ball now.
Welsh, Captain Welsh. Looking for support. Chips, trying to chip the keeper.
Still in. Ooh.
And it's gone over the goal line for a goal kick. Just a quick wrap on those stats because we didn't get to do the stats at halftime.
Yeah, for what it was worth, I mean, there was a few things that were happening throughout that half, but there was the one save apiece from both keepers in the first half, and 2 shots on target for Adelaide City, 1 for Comets, 1 apiece off target, 3 corners for Comets in that first half to Adelaide City's 2, and there was 2 fouls for Comets, 1 offside, and Adelaide City had 1 foul, 1 offside. So a fairly even contest, as the scoreline would suggest in that first half.
So Adelaide City, they've started the second half okay, haven't they?
Yeah, that first 5 minutes we didn't see, you know, a lot from both teams. Looked like they were both sort of sitting back and waiting for the other team to do something, but it's livened up a little bit now. Both teams having had a shot on target, and 2 keepers pulling off a save each. Important saves too.
So Comets with the free kick, goes short. Yates goes into attack. Well read there by Waters. Runs onto it. Working hard. Waters trying to get the 1-2 from Orchard. Goes all the way back though. Could have been Corbo.
It's a huge hole in the midfield there, but they're keeping possession in there.
Lachlan Barr. They go into attack. Looking for Orchard.
I think for me that ball there, it's got to be really pinpoint to work. Otherwise, it's a nothing ball. You're essentially just giving up possession with that type of long range passing.
On the far side at the moment, the long throw. Headed out though. Ends up with player pushing it forward. That was Yengi. And it's ended up with a keeper. No urgency by both teams at the moment. I think as soon as there's a change of scoreline,
it makes you wonder whether any of the coaching staff have someone on their bench with the football 24 app ready to go, no doubt. At the moment, take it easy.
It's like when Comets were 1-0 down, they quickly switched the button.
Yes.
And quickly went into attack, didn't they? There's the Comets in the back line. Nagel clears it. Well done, Stevens. Adelaide City, Corbo. Idabona. Hasn't seen much of the ball, hasn't he?
No, not really.
Stevens clears it up in the air. Should be the keeper's ball. Scoreline still the same. Comets here 1-1 with Adelaide City. Blue Eagles 1-1 with Metro Stars. Adelaide United Olympic. It's probably a no game, that one. It's a 0-0. Raiders 2 leading Croydon 0, which is probably a no game as well. And Campbelltown and Modbury 1-1. Campbelltown still got the chance to get the minor premiership.
I think the thing about the Croydon Raiders game, if anything, regardless of the result, it's more about both teams getting some confidence and some form, isn't it, going into that top 6?
So if Campbelltown win that game, they go, it's draw, they go to 43, that's right. They still won't catch as it is on the far side. Comets. Shot from Bladden.
It just held up a little bit too much for him.
You won't
His
be
eyes
shooting.
lit up.
Won't be shooting much from them.
No.
None.
It's
a terrible shot.
He's proven over the years he can shoot from long range and score some nice goals, but I think that just held up a little bit too much for him.
So it goes over there for a goal kick. So goal kick to be taken here by Woodlands. Over the halfway line it goes. Looking for Carter. Damu is there. Still Adelaide City trying to get to it. Lobasso running onto it hard. Could have been Buckle. Wings has got it though. They're starting to shut down quite well.
Yeah, definitely.
Walters has played okay, isn't he? He's starting to get into it.
Got an extra leg in the second half.
Stopoulos. Itabona. Tried a 1-2 with the Kostopoulos and over the sideline for a throw-in. So Itabona will take this throw-in.
His throw-ins are quite interesting if you watch them. They sort of almost have a funny spin on them. Yes.
It's a long throw. Cleared. It's a shot in the end from Buckle. Try the volley. It's a good try, as you see in the replay. The long throw by Itabona and a shot way over the crossbar it goes. So a goal kick to be taken here by Vaughan. It's on the far side it is. Goes to Yates. Back to Yates it goes.
I like it when Yates drops in like that, gets the two central defenders to able to spread, but try to utilise the width of that there isn't a lot of on this pitch. Gets the fullbacks pushing higher.
Yates again. Damu on the right. Goes back to Damu. Played well. Looking for Weens. That's over the sideline for a throw-in. Still no change in those score lines. Approaching the dangerous 60-odd minutes, 30 minutes plus time on to go. 30 minutes could be season over for some teams. 30 minutes could be continuation. 30 minutes could be a premier.
That's right.
Premier's plate.
We've seen games with leagues all around the world go right down to the wire.
There was one year English Premier League was a ripper.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't for the Man United supporters. Man City won in that 94th minute, whatever it was. It was great for City and great for the game, in fact.
It was. It was a spectacle.
It just goes to show when you have all those games playing at the same time in that final round of the league, how exciting it can be.
That's the only time it's ever happened, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
To have the season finished like that. As it is on the right-hand side, Comets, Lobasso, Yengi, fleet-footed Yengi, loses out though. Buckle wins a hard ball. Carter.
It's quite deep, isn't he, Carter? Although I do remember, I think it was 94-95 where Man United had all to play for and Blackburn won the league.
Scoreline, Blue Eagles leading 2-1 against Metro, so Comets can breathe a little bit now, because even if they lose, they're in, staying in top position. Let's see the live ladder. Benny? Yep. Metro go dangerously because they don't want to miss the top two.
Interestingly, though, we spoke about Campbelltown. I mean, you know, if message gets out to those guys, they've got it all to play for with half an hour to go. Because if Comets do happen to lose this game and the other result stays as it is, Campbelltown could slip in.
And Blue Eagles missed a penalty as well. Yes, Bomber, looking at the replay. As we see that
nudge in the back.
Welsh gets a bit of a knock
contact
there.
to the head.
Yeah, they missed the penalty too, Blue Eagles. Could have been 3-1 up. They left their run a bit late.
Yeah, well, we saw them last week, and they did play against an in-form Raiders. But, yeah, a little bit too late for the Blue Eagles.
The move with the
9
ball.
draws.
Right-hand side of the park. Weens. Looking for Welsh. Cleared here by Adelaide City. Carter.
Heavy touch.
Yep. Nagel. Comets looking okay. Can he keep it in? Oh, he couldn't keep
I
it
was
in.
going to say, he did quite a lot
Bladden.
of work to actually make that run, but it was
Might have done himself a
bit
hamstring
much.
then, if he kept that in.
He's looked good this season, though, hasn't he, Bladden? Looked fit and well.
It's amazing these teams can't win without strikers. I mean, Bernarda's gone to Newcastle for trials. Croydon can't win a game without Costanzo.
Yeah, I'd
Dominic
like to have seen
Costanzo.
the starting lineup for Metro with Bernardo not playing, because you've still got goals from
got
players like Maury, and you've got Thomas Strain there.
Strains there.
Chris Esposito, who has had a good second half of the season too. Scored a belter last week.
It's been a funny old season. The consistent team is top of the table at the moment.
Yep.
And it's the Comets. Should breathe. Just trying a shot there from Nagel. And it's cleared.
I think Bladden just deliberated a little bit after his last shot from distance.
As it goes right-hand side of the park. Comets.
Well done, Labasso.
Can be minor premiers tonight. That's the first time they've achieved that. Had a great season last year. They got into the grand final. And this season with Barney Smith at the helm, Con Antonio taking a backward step as his assistant. Good, great combination, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Some great football brains between the two of them. I'm not sure which one gets to calm each other down just quietly, but they're both very passionate, which we love. Need the characters in the game.
Exactly. Woodlands with their goal kick. Adelaide City from virtual early getting relegated last season. At this stage, I think they'll make the top 6.
It looks that way, and not forgetting they had quite a hefty points deduction, didn't they, at the start of last season they had to overcome. And it's almost been a real rebuilding phase, hasn't it, for the club
100%.
since Maury's departure. Matriciani, young coach, knows the game very technically.
And if they make
sound.
the top 6, he's done a good job.
Yeah.
From what happened last season. So Edabona, can they win this game? They put a little bit of pressure on the Comets. Because if they can take the lead here, then Campbelltown come into the play, don't they?
That's right.
If Campbelltown can win their game. That's still 1-1, 76 minutes played. Campbelltown and Modbury. Raiders leading 2-0 against Croydon, Adelaide United and Olympic. So it's 0-0 there. Blue Eagles leading 2-1 against Metro, and Parry Hills and Cumberland, it's 0-0.
Our second half started slightly later than the other games because of the injury time.
Even the start. Even the start
yeah, that's
of the
right.
game was a bit late.
So we're 10 minutes behind some of the other games.
Yeah, some games, it's 80 minutes played.
Yep.
That's good to see. So we'll have the result of all the games.
And the Football 24 app will be getting it to work out tonight.
Yeah. So Comets pushing it around. And Cumberland's still in the play too, remember?
That's right.
They want to win their game, and hopefully Comets win this game. They're going into attack. Right hand side to move. Yates goes into attack. Welsh can't keep it in.
He's got a fantastic range of long-range distribution there, Yatesy, but I'm just not sure this is the pitch to be able to do that. But technically, his distribution's outstanding.
So Edabona will take this throw in. Goes down the line. Kostopoulos. Back to Edabona. They go into attack.
Ooh, didn't look comfortable,
That's
did
a
he?
funny looking clearance. Over the sideline. It goes. So it'll be a throw in. Edabona will take it. It's a long throw. It's Nagel trying to clear it, does so, over the sideline.
I know you don't see this get picked up very often anymore, but his throw-ins are almost borderline foul throws. Remember the days when they used to pick up foul throws all the time?
They don't pick them up.
They don't pick them up that very often anymore, but the way that he throws it's quite interesting. He gets quite good distance on it, but I'm not sure it's legal.
I think you're allowed to throw it. Oh, that was legal, wasn't it? Looked legal to me. Oh, he twists it. As Edabona gets it in.
Add some excitement to the game.
Goes out, back post, Adelaide City.
Ooh.
They do clear it. We're in the 6 at the moment. All scores stays as is.
Marisic has done a good job on wings tonight.
Yeah, he does. Goes back. Lecornu had to clear it. In the way with Stevens. Throwing taken. Chased it down by Welsh. Weens.
Still got it.
He's got a chance. He shoots from an angle. Was never going anywhere. And out for a goal kick. So goal kick taken here by Woodlands. Still, it's 1-1 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. We played just on 70 minutes, just over 70 minutes on the Green Play scoreboard. Don't forget today's match proudly brought to you by Puma. As they try and go into attack, Edabona wins the ball. Back to Edabona it goes. It's cleared over the sideline. Also, don't forget the other sponsors. RAA enjoy the perks of RAA membership. Search RAA members benefits. And the Green Play Australia providing our stats, time clock and scoreboard updates. There's Edabona. Yeah, you're right. He does do that. I can see that now.
Great to have some supporters of the local game, isn't it? To be able to allow us to do the things that we're doing and supporting the teams and the competition throughout the state, especially under these
Especially
times
with our crew. I think Paul had a flat tyre.
Oh, did he?
Couldn't change it himself. Had to call the
RAA?
RAA. Yeah. Yeah, that's things
Great
that
advertising.
us men do all the time. It is on the far side.
Bucco seems to have drifted out a bit more wider. I'd like to see him more central. I think he has more of an influence on the game.
Left side of the park. One there. Lobussel's trying to get to it. Bladden's there, but Adelaide City. Still Adelaide City trying to get something going. Try and get the cross, but it goes backwards. All the way back it goes to Walters. Gets the cross there. Lachlan Barr, player goes down, should be a free kick.
As well. Assistant referee had his flag up. But it was a nice run by Lockie Barr, just sort of sneaking into the box there.
So it'll be a free kick. Taken here by Vaughan. Working hard. Marisic was there. Bladden wins it to Lobasso. Searching for Mavro Lombardis. He's on that far side as well. Still all score lines are the same, Benny? Comets here in Adelaide City. It's still 1-1. Blue Eagles leading 2-1 against Metro Stars. So this stage, Comets will stay top. Raiders leading 2-0 against Croydon, and Campbelltown 1-1. Modbury Jets, the other games, Parry Hills and Cumberland, it's 0-0. Adelaide United and Olympic, it's 0-0. As it goes to Lecornu.
Adelaide City sitting quite deep defensively, which makes it hard for Comets to play their natural game and get in behind, especially with the, again, we've mentioned the pitch, how it is quite narrow. So credit to Adelaide City, that defensively been quite solid tonight.
There's Irabono again with the throw. Cleared over the sideline it goes. Just happy enough at the moment, both teams. Comets at this stage will win the minor premiers. Everything stays as is. And they said it will be in the top 6. Lecornu. Good touch there by Bladden. Nagel. Corbo working hard. Itabona clears it.
Well done, Lecornu. Read it well.
Campbelltown have taken the lead now. So that puts a little bit of pressure, does it? Let me see.
Well, it does if Comets
Well,
lose.
they go second now. And if Comets, yeah, Campbelltown go top if Comets lose.
Just adds that little bit of extra interest in these last 15 minutes of this game. Not
Can
sure
you
how long to
believe
go in the
that too?
Campbelltown game.
As that cross comes in, if Campbelltown do win the Fifey's taken over, hasn't lost the game. I don't think they've lost the game with him. I think there's a couple of draws in there. Throw in taken. Goes in. Damu. Mavro Lombardis. No urgency, both teams at the moment. I think they'd want a consolation goal in case it goes against the Comets. There's a Yengi.
A little bit more of that was what the doctor would order, certainly for Comets.
1-2, and
That
cleared here by
combination
Adelaide
through
City.
there. Fast passing.
So that pushes Metro Stars to third and gives Campbelltown the double chance.
Yeah, well, there you go. Adds a little bit of excitement to the ladder. That score by Campbelltown.
Throw in taken. Cleared. Centre of the ground it is at the moment. Damu. Comets going into attack.
Both defences been hard to break down tonight, haven't they?
And it's gone across the face. Over the sideline it goes. Cumberland and Parry Hill still 0-0 down there. You think there'd be a lot of urgency with Cumberland. As they go into attack, Comets.
Oh, well done.
Woodlands.
That well.
As Benny said, he's had a good game.
He's come of age this year. I think this has, for me, been a more solid season for him. He's always had the potential.
Up in the air it goes. Some of the games are already 90 minutes. Raiders has played 90 minutes there in their game. Here we've still got 14 or 13 minutes plus time on. It's cleared here by Lachlan Barr. It's been a strange game tonight. Just waiting for the final whistle. All strange, everything's good. Blue Eagles still, it's 2-1 up against Metro Stars. Campbelltown winning 2-1 against Modbury, as it is on the far side. Comets through Nagel. Yengi. Goes short to Yates. pump it in. I thought he was going to, decides to go backwards to LeCornu. Right side of the park. Comets keeping possession.
Yeah, it's not bad possession. It's a little bit stagnant in that attacking third. Not a lot happening.
And it's cleared over the sideline. It goes for a throw-in.
Something may come from this throw.
The throw they're taking. Comets. Over the sideline again. A throw-in. So it'll be a throw there. Trying to get it. Is Adelaide City clearing it through Booker? Orchard was there. Gee, Carter,
race is
can
on.
he win it?
It's an infringement.
Tussles will give away a free kick. He's not happy.
No, I'd admire his enthusiasm, but you can't do that.
Comets with the ball. Goes short. To a low pass to Weens. To Nagel. Goes to Mavro Lombardis. Damu. Pushing it around at the moment. Yates in the back lines. Trying to get an opening. Welsh was there. Up in the air it goes. Headed. Cleared here by Irabona. And it's LeCornu all the way back to the keeper. Or his own keeper in Vaughan. To Damu. To Yates. He steps on it. Almost falls over it. It goes to LeCornu though. Plenty of time. Back to Yates it goes. Right hand side. Mavro Lombardis. Lobasso. They go into attack. Welsh got his head to it. No one there following up though. Ends up in the arms of the keeper in Woodlands.
They've had some good possession, Comets, in this half, but it's just that, again, that final end product is, I guess, some credit to Adelaide City. They're making it hard for them, but
So Campbelltown leading 2-1 against Modbury. Raiders 2-0 against Croydon. Blue Eagles 2-1 against Metro Stars. And Cumberland have taken the lead 1-0. Pressure on now. Cumberland have taken the lead, which does the live ladder. LA City is still there.
yeah. So if Comets get a late goal here, though,
LA City go out.
they will be out. And Cumberland will be in, and I've got no doubt they're checking the app over there on the bench.
So they
Adelaide City.
scored in the 89th. Cumberland.
Yep, they're looking at the app. You can see them.
So they've got 9 minutes. They don't want to score another. They just want to hold on.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Although
right.
if they score another, they'll make it 100%. Woodlands
And that's the decision the coach has to make right now, isn't it? Do I hold on and hope to keep the draw, or do I go for the win?
89 minutes they scored in the 89th, Cumberland.
Will there be an opportunity for Perry Mitras to have an impact on this game?
They just don't want to concede. If they don't concede, they'll be, and probably Comets are happy enough for them to keep the draw because they're all right too. Unless Metro scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. So
I remember a couple of seasons back there was a little bit of controversy, wasn't there?
I can say it now.
What's that?
Comets are premiers, or minor premiers, because I can't see Metro scoring 2 goals in 3 minutes.
No, but Campbelltown can still win. Don't forget.
They are winning, but they haven't caught.
So if Comets lose, if Adelaide City score, Campbelltown.
Oh yeah, true.
Don't get too excited.
I'm going too quick. Sorry, boys.
We want to keep the interest here.
Okay. Yeah, because equal points, they'll go top because of the goal difference.
Yep.
Sorry, all you people at home watching.
If it
the
stays
game.
as it is, both teams, again, we've
Are
said this
happy.
time and time again, but it does make it interesting now with Cumberland getting that late goal.
Full-time Raiders 2, Croydon Kings 0. Croydon Kings horror last 3 or 4 games. It's unbelievable. They were almost top of the table.
Haven't seen how the games have played out, how involved they've been, but certainly the results have turned around these last couple of weeks. And
so what have we got here? We've got 8 minutes or 7 minutes plus time on to go for Adelaide City to hang on and Comets to hang on. The draw is good for both teams.
Exactly.
So no one's urgency. The only urgency is if Metro Stars score 2 goals and Comets have to win. That won't happen. There's Bladden. Goes on the far side.
It'll be almost heartbreaking for Adelaide City to concede a goal now.
Full-time Adelaide United and Olympic 0-0 draw. So that was virtually a no game, wasn't it?
Well, Olympic mathematically still had a chance of making the top 6 subject to other results.
Yes,
but
Cumberland have won.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Whoa.
Oh, I think he was...
That was dangerous. And he's good. Can he pick it up? Yep, he can. So.
That came off the Comets player anyway.
Yeah. Kick taken here, but looks like he got out of his box. Big up kick in the centre of the ground. It is at the moment. Comets will win the free kick. Is there going to be late dramas here? Like we had in the first half, late dramas.
Yeah. Well, we'll certainly be seeing some late drama if anything comes of this free kick, that's for sure, because then we know Adelaide City will have to step it up a notch in this last 7 or so minutes.
So the kick goes forward, player goes down. The referee doesn't want to know about it. No late dramas anywhere else. Cumberland still leading 1-0 against Parry Hills, hoping that Adelaide Comets can get the goal for them to make the top 6. As they get the cross there, Yengi.
He's done well there, Yengi.
Yep, got it down. Lobasso back to Yengi. Waters is there, he does clear the ball. In the meantime, it's a free kick or throw-in? Throw-in on that far side.
He's not getting a lot of penetration on those throws. That's better option to feet.
Goes to Yengi. Cross there. Ooh. Too close to the keeper.
Very comfortable for Woodlands.
Still, it's Adelaide City and Comets happy with the scoreline. Comets will become Premier's Plate winners, minor premierships, and Adelaide City will play in the elimination if the scoreline stays as is. Comets starting to attack. Chance cleared here though. Adelaide City defence holding strong. Pirouette there by
Yates. He did well there.
Yates. Goes down, should win himself a free kick.
Oh, Bucco, yellow card. He's been off his game a little bit in this second half.
Yes,
he had a great first half.
Yeah, he's upset. It's all right, they're still in. No need to get upset, Booker. Final score, Cumberland winning 1-0 against Parry Hills. So this game ought to do.
At the moment, it's not enough for Cumberland, but they will be hoping that Comets can sneak a goal in this last couple of minutes.
Campbelltown leading 2-1, so they're hoping Adelaide City will score.
That's right.
And Cumberland hoping the Comets will score.
Imagine that, your game's over, you've won, and you still can win the league, but you're at the moment you're second.
Yeah.
That would be Campbelltown.
Yeah, it's full time.
Celebrating
Campbelltown
win.
winning 2-1 against Modbury.
And they'll be looking at the app to see other results.
We'll be getting a lot of views in this last 5 minutes. Did you want to head down?
Hopefully we don't crash.
Did you want to head down?
Yeah, I'll head down. I reckon in a couple of minutes.
So, can they hang on? Comets, Adelaide City 1-1. Cumberland praying, watching. Please, Comets score. And Campbelltown
Yeah, Perimetris has just come on.
Perimetris on for Adelaide City. And who went off? 23. Yep.
Marcus Orchard.
Orchard going off. So,
The fresh legs of Perimetris.
but Campbelltown will be happy though. They're in second spot. They should hang on because Blue Eagles leading 2-1. Unless there's a late equaliser by Metro Stars. Does a late equaliser get them in the top two? No, it doesn't. Campbelltown are safe, I reckon.
Yeah, and just had a message from Daniel Labasso, Jaden's brother, saying that Campbelltown's goal difference is not good enough, and he's actually right looking at that.
At the moment, Campbelltown are second.
Yeah, but to take that top spot that we mentioned a couple of times, if Comets were to lose, could they sneak that top spot? But they had, before the game, had a goal difference of 8.
Oh, yeah.
And Comets have got a positive goal difference of 21, so...
Correct. So I was right.
You were.
Again.
Oh, I'm not sure about the again, but...
I say that to Paul.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah,
I say that to Paul all the time. So they can celebrate.
Can celebrate getting second spot.
No, I'm saying Comets can celebrate their win. Their minor premiership.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there you go.
I think you did say that, didn't you?
I did.
Again.
So I'm right. So well done, Comets. They'll win the minor premiers. Can't be caught unless Metro score 2 goals. Why doesn't anybody listen to me? As the Comets go into attack. Adelaide City. Just need to hang on and they'll be in the top 6. Cumberland are praying for a late goal for Comets. Barney doing Adelaide City a favour.
And Cumberland, you know, they can hold their heads high the second half of the season they had because it started off horribly for them.
Pre-COVID, they were bottom, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, no doubt there's some big players there that would love to be playing top 6 finals football. And that's still a very, very slim possibility. And Blue Eagles Metro Stars game is over.
Blue Eagles winning 2-1 against Metro Stars. So it's all about this game. So that's it. Minor premiers will go to the Comets.
Looks like they're celebrating on the bench there.
Minor premiers to the Comets. Well done to the boys. And Adelaide City, they could just blow the whistle now because I don't think no one's going to concede. So congratulations to the Comets. Barney,
they've got a free kick there.
Con Antonio and the boys.
Adelaide City definitely would not want to be conceding at this point of the game from that position. Very well deserved.
Oh, great team. Great bunch of youngsters. Great.
Exciting team.
Yeah.
Haven't really seen that tonight, but haven't needed to, I guess.
They need to play well away from home, though.
Yeah.
That's their problem. Especially if they get to Highmarsh Stadium or Cooper Stadium.
The Highmarsh pitch would, Cooper Stadium, as you said, would suit the way Comets play.
And you've got Campbelltown in second spot, so they've got to play them twice.
Some huge games coming up in the top 6 finals.
Yeah, they're happy enough just to give Adelaide City the draw. Look at it.
And I think it's almost like a gentleman's agreement here. The result is satisfactory for both teams.
So did you want to go down now?
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry about that.
We've played 91 minutes. And they are playing just... Oh, what is going on here? You've got the sprinklers on. Can they call the game off? Is it a default? So referee just going... I don't know what's going to happen now. So we've still got a couple of minutes to go. So referee just halting play at the moment. You got your ears on, Benny?
I do.
There you go. I've never seen this in my life. Somebody's just trying to stomp it.
It'll be interesting, I'm guessing, because they had the athletics on earlier today, didn't they? So whatever the schedule was for the sprinklers has come under just a little bit early.
It's only one side of the park. Could have waited 2 minutes, Benny. It would have been all over.
I'd imagine if they don't resolve this relatively quickly, inevitably the whistle will have to go.
Do they have to replay the game?
Oh, no.
We've got all Cumberland supporters probably watching this broadcast as well.
That's it.
He's going to blow the whistle. They weren't going to go for a goal anyhow, so final scores here. Commiserations to Cumberland. They've been watching this game. But the sprinklers came on. You want to show the sprinklers? Guys, see the sprinklers came on the last, it was 91.5 minutes played, and the referee's done the right thing in the end by blowing the whistle, because Comets weren't going to score. They didn't want to score. They were happy. They won the minor premiership. And congratulations to the Comets. Congratulations to Adelaide City, Michael Matriciani. Done it hard last year, kept him out of that relegation zone, and this year he's got him in the top 6, so well done Michael Matriciani. A few of the Facebook friends, Jeffrey Pangrazio, boys, great job giving live scores and around the grounds. John Hazeman, they need to do an interchange chair count, too many chairs on the pitch. And a few guys watching, Matty Halliday, El Tharakis as well. So Benny, if you can get someone, maybe speak to Barney. Daniel Vaughan. You see Michael Matriciani also there. So well done to Adelaide Comets 2020.
I've got the Adelaide Comets captain. Congratulations, Welshie. Well done, mate. Well deserved. How do you feel?
Feels a bit strange winning it on a draw. Yeah. Would have liked to get the win, but we'll enjoy it. First one for the club, do it for the Preds. Couldn't be prouder of the boys. Great season.
I'm sorry to take you away from the celebrations. We'll get you back there very shortly. But yeah, like you said, it's a fantastic achievement by the club. It's been a difficult year for everyone, but post-COVID, you guys have been outstanding at home in particular. It was a bit of a lacklustre game. It was almost like the result was enough for both teams, but you've won the league. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought we were all over them early. We could have got the job done. Couldn't be proud of the boys and the club. They've looked after us. They've been open the whole COVID time. Looked after us. They couldn't have done anything more for us, really. And to get the season to go ahead with the FFA, everyone getting it done, yeah, really grateful.
You're spot on, and you've got a great young team, a really good mix of experienced players as well. Barney and Con are together, fantastic coaching combination. What do they bring to the table for you guys?
I think our morale's through the roof. Us boys were so tight, I couldn't be anywhere else. Just football-wise, it's the most I've ever enjoyed a season. So we're a tight-knit group. Con and Barney lead it. They lead by example, and yeah, it's a perfect mix of young and old and a bit of experience, and we've got some quality young boys coming through that are doing the goods for us.
I'm not sure of the stats, but golden boot from what I can assume for the league. Fantastic effort from your position, and you know, whispers around the place, a possible Serge Melter medal on the cards.
We'll wait and see. So it's always nice, the individual awards, but the team one's where it's at. Like tonight, we'll have a good night, celebrate back at the club, and we'll see what happens the rest of the season. But happy to take out the golden boot. Real big surprise, I think.
Well, we've loved watching you this year. You've been fantastic. You're a great leader. You know, Barney and Con have done a great job off the pitch. On the pitch, you lead by example. A great mix of young players, and no doubt you're it's well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ben.
Go and enjoy.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy.
Well done, Benny. Benny Dale having a chat with the captain, and certainly you're right there, mate. Golden boot. I presume he gets the golden boot because Costanzo's obviously didn't play today.
Yeah, and I mean Briscoe was up there, but Cumberland scored one goal. Not sure if he scored it, but I'm not sure if that was enough. I didn't look at the final listings there, but shows how much it means to them. I spoke to Jim very briefly before the game. I won't go into details, but he's been having a hard time personally off the pitch, and I'm sure this will hopefully be a little bit of a positive uplift for him.
He was nervous.
He well
deserves
deserves
it. Nervous.
Yeah,
about it, and he wanted this minor premiership or premier's plate badly.
Yeah. I might go and sneak into that photo. What do you reckon?
Go on.
No, fantastic effort. And,
good young squad too. Got some up and coming youngsters. As we mentioned, Nathan Demoo is a great youngster, and
Jaden Labasso, Yatesy, Berich,
Yatesy,
Maverick Lombardos.
Bladden's a youngster too.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a very, very good team. If they stick together, and it sounds like they do, they've got a good morale within the group. So why not go on and do some more? Do you want me to speak to Jim?
Yeah, go for it.
There?
Yeah.
Might quickly just...
Not forgetting also Ninko Beric.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great youngster. So
I've got to grab the Prez. He's done a fantastic job over the years. Jim, congratulations, mate. Well done.
Benny.
You want to say anything? I know I didn't go into details, but I know personally it's been a tough time for you at the moment, and the boys have done it for you tonight.
Yeah, look, I'm just truly proud of everyone involved in the club. It's been a challenging year for everyone, you know, not just our clubs, just the whole football community. So I'm just wrapped the way the boys have responded to it. They've just been amazing, you know, and it's history for us, you know, to win our first premiership as well. So yeah, just truly wrapped.
Well, it goes from the top, Jim, yourself, Barney, all the way down. You're an absolute fantastic, you know, contributor to the sport in this state, and no one deserves it more than you, I don't think.
Thanks, Dale. Cheers, mate. Thanks for those kind words.
Thanks.
What do you call you, Dale?
Yeah, that happens all the time. That's what happens when you got two first names.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Yeah, he's a great president for this club. He even looks after us, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
As the media people here, and always accessible, and well done to Jim and the boys, and Barney Smith, Con Antonio, all the players. Alan Welsh as a waving to us all. Well done. And they certainly deserve the Premier's plate. For 2020, Adelaide Comets. They won some massive games here at home. Found it tough tonight. Good opponent in Adelaide City. And special mention to them as well, Adelaide City. Getting into the top 6. So, Benny, it works out. Comets against Campbelltown. So I presume first game is normally away. So it'll be at Campbelltown's ground. Not sure what day, what night it's going to be. It's obviously Friday, Saturday. Metro against Adelaide City in a knockout round, and Croydon and Raiders also the final knockout on that. So the table, as we see, I think Jimbo got this out to us. Bomber, I think. That's right. So Comets on top. Campbelltown second. Metro Stars third. Croydon fourth. Adelaide Raiders fifth, and Adelaide City in the top 6. Cumberland just missing out of the top 6. Equal points with Adelaide City on 31 apiece. Missing out on goal difference.
Yeah, we can.
Olympic on 28.
But,
got the Premiership winning coach with me if you want to have a bit of a chat. Fantastic. Look, the game itself, the second half, was a little bit, you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, it was enough. And created history for the club. Great for Jim as well. We spoke to him before the game. He's having a tough time. You boys, you know, absolutely fantastic throughout the season. More importantly, consistently top of the ladder. How do you feel?
Oh, fantastic, Ben. It's a credit to all the boys in the club this year. We set out for a goal to finish in the top 2, but even in the pre-season chat at the time that we said it, one of the boys said, "Oh, we want to finish in the top 2." And one of them said, "No, we don't. We want to win the league. We want to finish first." And it's a credit to them. Pretty tough. We got some injuries today, and City, look, they set up. They came here to, you know, fight and really wanted to. You could see their game plan was to frustrate, hard to break down. They got some big lads too to deal with. So we knew it was going to be tough. It was tough the first time we played them. But then, you know, social media these days and, you know, live apps and those sorts of things, then you start to see the scores, and all of a sudden it's like, well, we don't have to push so hard now. Football has a way of working things out, but for us it's only part of the goals. You know, now we move on to final series, and that team's keen to win it. So
fantastic. Well, we'll let you get in and celebrate because it's been a long season.
Little stat for you too.
Okay, here we go.
Last time Comets finished top of the league was 10 seasons ago.
Yes.
And their coach was B. Smith.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I thought you were going to say something about me being at the games.
Hey, he's my good luck charm, so keep him in the gig.
Hang on.
We want him in every finals game too.
Hang on.
He's my good luck charm.
Did he win the championship though that year?
Did you win the top 6? Was there a top 6 back then, or just finished top of the league?
No,
there was automatic promotion.
That was a promotion back then in the second division, so we finished top. There still was a final series, so we didn't. We lost on the last day at Enfield, so we've got to go one better.
Got to go one better.
Wish you all the best, Barney.
Cheers, guys.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well done, Barney Smith. So, Benny, just wrapping it up. So, Comets and Adelaide City falling out 1-1 draw, so yeah, good for both teams. Adelaide City in the top 6 and Comets winning the Premier's play. So well done.
That's it. Well, they both got what they wanted, I guess, at the end. It was not the most pleasant of second halves, but both teams getting the results and finish off the season the way they wanted to.
So quickly, once again, Comets up against Campbelltown in a two-legged final. To whoever wins in the 2 legs, it'll be the going straight into the grand final. And the knockouts, it's Metro against Adelaide City, the home ground of Metro, and Croydon against Raiders, the home ground of Croydon. So thanks, Benny, today. It was, yeah, thank you very much for stepping in the place of the boys here. Paul Pilazzari on the cameras. Thank you very much, Paul. And also...
Looks like he needs treatment.
Robert Chappie. Yeah, he's down on his haunches.
Not good.
And Jimbo back in home as well. Got it all going for us. But big thank you also to Ball Bombardieri as well. Thank you very much. From me, Rob Papicelli. And from everyone, we'll see you next week.